Hello everyone. Today we're going to discuss about landscape splines. Using splines we can create roads, bridges. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to create a new level, just basic. I'm going to move this all the actors out of the way, just like this. I'm going to delete this player start for now, and I'm going to delete this floor as well. So I'm going to create a landscape for creating the spline. To create a landscape, I'm going to use height map. To download height map, you can go to heightmap.skydart.pl. It's a really cool website. You can download the height maps. Okay, now you can see I have selected the region above here. You can zoom in. You can select the area you want to download. You can left click. You can select. The next you can click on the I button here, and very important, you have to click auto, so that will automatically detect the map size, level and height and everything. Just click auto, so that will calculate the map size. Click close it. You can go to the layers, so you can see satellites, outdoors, all. I'm going to download this map by clicking on this image download. So this will download as a PNG. Now I'm going to create landscape using that height map. So select landscape, make sure this editable layer enable, and go to import image. I'm going to browse the image which I have downloaded. Select the image and hit open. This will automatically calculate the map resolution and all the settings. So only thing I'm going to change the scale is that it is really big. So I'm going to set this about 20. Maybe I can use. Okay, now once it's imported, you can see the landscape. Really nice. Then we're going to create spline layer. So before that, I'm going to rename this layer F2, type base. I'm going to create a new layer for creating a spline. So right click on the base, click create. Once it's created, rename this, select and rename, right click. I'm going to call it road. Then the very important thing, you can right click, set reserve for splines. So this will give the warning message. You can say yes. Then go to manage, select spline. So now I'm going to create road from this. Control and click, and you can able to create a spline points. Okay, control and click, and you can continuously create a road. So control and click. Now you can see we have created this spline. We have some issues here. So you can select the point. If you are not able to see this point, you can go to Alt 2. Alt 2 is a wireframe. You can choose from here, wireframe, Alt 2. Select the point, take rotation. So press E on the keyboard. You can rotate this spline so that you can able to fix. Alt 4 is a lit mode. You can see this. Alt 2, select the point. Alt 4, rotate. And I'm going to move this a little bit. Okay, now you can see we have created the splines like this. Then I'm going to check this. I'm going to play and check this road. So I go back to selection mode. Now, if I have to play with the play from here, you can see we are in the third person mode. I have to change this into vehicle mode. So suppose if you don't create the project with vehicle, so you can go to content drawer, click add button, select add feature or content pack, and choose vehicle and click add to project. Once you add it, you have to enable the plugin. Go to edit plugin. So it's chaos vehicle plugin. You have to restart once you enable this in. You have to restart. But still, if I right click and play, this is not going to load the vehicle. You have to go to settings, world settings, game mode override. I'm going to change this into vehicle advanced game mode. Now if I right click and play, now you can see we have the vehicle. Now you notice this, there is issues, the shadows, because the landscape we have loaded lowest LOD, level of detail. So this will automatically load when you create this landscape. So we can manually able to set up the LOD by selecting the landscape. So escape to cancel, select the landscape, go to details, search for LOD, and now you can see this max LOD level is -1, which means this is automatically it will load LODs depending upon the distance. So let's set this to 0. Now you can see when I set 0, the 0 will load highest LOD. Now you can see we have a nice landscape. Now I'm going to play, right click and play from here. You can play around and just wanted to check. Okay, we have created this spline road. Okay, spline we have created. Then I'm going to add road mesh on this spline, so that will create a road. To do this, I'm going to save this project, save current level. Let's create a new level, file new. I'm going to create a basic. This level I'm going to use it for modeling purpose. Okay, so let's go back to modeling tool, click on the box. I'm going to set width 300, depth 300, the height I'm going to set 5, and click on the view, click accept to complete this process. And you can see if I press F, you can zoom in and check it out. The first thing is I'm going to reset this position. Just reset the position. I'm going to delete this. Move all this out of the scene. Okay. Next, I want to create material for this road. So you can go to Quicksell Bridge and search American Road. So you can see here we have some few roads messes are sorry. Here you can see few materials available. You can download them. For example, I'm going to download this and click add. So this will be added into your content drive, and you can see that you can left click and drag it and apply this and check it out. Now this is very important. The road direction should be pointing towards X, because everything when you create in Unreal Engine, that should be faced in a X axis. Okay, so let's rotate this. Enable angle snap, rotate 90 degrees so that it is facing this direction. Then go to modeling, go to XForm, and click on the big transform. Accept. Now you can see this X direction, the texture is facing this direction. Next, if you want to browse this object, Control B. Okay, you can see here we have this mesh we have created now. So I'm going to rename this F2 SM underscore road mesh, and I'm going to keep this inside the folder I'm creating. Just left click and drag and drop into the road, move here, and inside the road I'm going to open this, double click to open, and I'm going to apply that material which we have downloaded. So click on this material, search, find American Road. So I'm going to apply this. So this material will permanently apply to this mesh, so that whenever you drop inside the scene, it comes with the material. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to save this. Current level, I'm going to model, give a name, create, save on. Now I'm going to open recent level roadmap which we have created before, and I'm going to apply this mesh to the spline. Select the landscape, go to landscape mode, select the segments. This spline contains two components. One is the points, control points. In between points, this is called a segment. Okay, we have a segment and we have the points. You can select the points and you get all the details about these points. You can able to modify here. If you select components, if you select segments, you get a different attribute. What you can do is, I'm going to select all the segments. If I click on the segments, either here or here, and this will select segments of this entire spline. Then I want to apply that mesh which we have created before. So you can check this inside this landscape deformation. Let's open up this, and there is an option landscape spline mesh. If I open that, and you can able to create a new mesh here by clicking on the plus sign. You can add multiple meshes if you want, but I'm going to leave this one. So open the index 0, and here I want to drop this mesh which we have created. Select this in content driver and just click on the arrow, so that will apply into this. Now you can see we have the road, but the problem is it is having a low poly road. We have some problem here. To fix that, we have to add extra divisions to this mesh so that you get smooth bend. Okay, to do this, open this road mesh, drop into the level, and I go back to the selection, select that mesh, press F on the keyboard. You can see the road here. So first, and you see this, there is another problem. We have this thickness, just looks weird. First, I'm going to make smooth in the side. So to do that, so go to modeling mode, go to model, select the model, and select the poly group edit, select edge loop. Now I'm going to add edge loop in this side, just approximately this. I'm going to add one more loop the other side. So once you created the loop, click done. Now I'm going to select the edge, the corner, and select the edge, hold shift and select the other side edge, both edges. Switch off this snap points, snap to grid. I'm going to move and close like this, and you see that if I accept this, and you see the road already I have this bend. Next, I'm going to apply divisions horizontally. So select poly group edit again, select insert edge loop. This time I'm going to change the position mode to even so that you can create the edge loops, evenly distributed edge loops. I want to create 4 edge loops. I will click on this, and you see this, we have created 4 edge loops. Now if I accept this, take a look at this. If I accept, you get a nice and smooth road. Just nice, right? Now I'm going to make a bridge, and you notice this spline I have created going through this, and here we have the landscape has been raised according to this spline. So what I'm going to do, go to landscape and select the segment, this one, and you can scroll down to the landscape deformation. There is an option raise terrain. If I click on this, switch off this, and you see this segment is not raising the terrain, and I'm going to switch off this lower terrain as well. Now you can see here, so we have the road, it is continuously, it's going through this. Okay, now I'm going to extend this road a little bit. So select the point, I can hold Alt and left click and move, so that road will be extended through this landscape. But you can select the segment, you can see I can select in between the points. I'm going to enable this raise terrain and lower terrain as well. Now you can see this is affecting the landscape. Now I can select the points, Alt 4, Alt 2, go to wireframe. I can Alt and click and drag. Alt 4. See, I'm extending it. I'm going to select this point. I'm going to rotate this. Going to move. Okay. Now I'm going to fix this area. We have some issues. Just want to move this little bit forward. Yeah. Fine. Now we can see we have the spline, and we're going to create bridge in this area. Okay, to create bridge, you can download bridge models in Sketchfab if you want. But if you go to Epic Game Marketplace, and there is a automotive bridge scene which is available for free, you can download this asset and you can click add to project. So once you added this into your project, it will be available in the content drawer, automotive bridge scene. Let's go to save all first. I'm going to open this model. In automotive bridge scene, go to blueprints. There is a blueprint class straight, bridge straight. I'm going to delete this one. You can see this is a blueprint. This is reconstructed bridge. This is available as a blueprint. Okay, this blueprint directly I can't use this blueprint as a bridge in our project. So in this blueprint we have one issue. If I right click and play from here, you see this, there is no collision on the road. Okay, actually you can play from here, it is okay. So we have the collision here, but if I jump into the road, there is no collision. So we have to fix it first before converting into mesh. Okay, so you can find this if you open this blueprint, click on this, go to viewport, and here is the blueprint. We have this, all the objects. This mesh I have to create collision, does not have a collision. So if I double click on this icon, if you select this, the static mesh, you just double click and this will open up the mesh editor, and you can see here, if you go to show simple collision, you don't see any collision for this mesh. So you can create manually, go to collision, art box, simplified collision. You can see this, there is a green color box. This is the collision. I'm going to save this. Now I can right click and play from here. Now we have this collision. Okay, after adding this collision, then you can convert this into static mesh. It's very important before create collision. So select this mesh, this blueprint, go to actor, merge actors, click merge. I'm going to select road, give a name. I'm going to give a name. Now once you created this, if I click and drag and drop, and you see this is the single static mesh. Okay, so this I'm going to apply as a bridge in our scene. So go to recent level, I'm going to load this roadmap. I'm going to save this. Select the segment. If you go to landscape, select the segment. I'm going to select the bridge. I'm going to save this. Control S, select and Control S. And we're going to replace this mesh. Just click on this arrow. We have already a mesh, road mesh, but I'm going to replace this. You can see here we have the issue. That means I have to set the pivot the top of the road, so that then only the bridge will come underneath this. To do this, I'm going to save this. Go to model. I'm going to set up the pivot for this mesh. It's very important. You can see already the pivot is in the corner of this. So first go to details. I'm going to reset this position just like this. I want to center the pivot first. So you can do it. Go to modeling mode, go to XFarm, edit pivot. I'm going to set this center, and the pivot should be on the top of this row. So Alt H is a front view. Go ahead, enable this snap, grid snap, so I can move, zoom in. So this is really important. If you set up this pivot properly, this will align properly on the road. So I set up this approximately at the bottom of this road, top of the road approximately. When you can switch off the thing, you can move and closer. Hit accept. So that pivot will be positioned permanently on the top of this road. So Alt G, go to perspective. If I reset this position, see what happens. It is perfectly positioned on the ground. That's what I want. So save all and open up our map. Now you can see the road has been positioned, but I have some issue that it is not positioned properly in the area. I have to check. Just open up this. Check out the position. Yeah, it looks good. Actually, open up the road map. Go to landscape. Select the landscape. And you see there is an option center horizontally is enabled. Sometimes I'm going to switch off this. Yeah, you can see it's perfectly positioned on the center. Now you notice this size is not big enough to align with this. So you can scale this by selecting the segment, and there is a scale option. I'm going to scale this in about 1.7. This is a y-axis. I'm not scaling on x. I don't want. See, you can see it's perfectly aligned. But one problem we have, looks squeezed because I have to set in the z-axis also same value 1.7. I have to set so that. But you can see here the road is not properly aligned because this road mesh also I have to align the pivot to the top of this road. Then it will be aligned. I'll show you. Go back to selection mode and select, just click and drag, drop inside this. Okay. I'm going to move the pivot to the top of. It's very simple. You can go to modeling, go to XFarm, edit pivot, turn this to top. See, when I accept this, see what happens. It will automatically update. Now you see, this is aligned properly, but the problem is, you see, it is going inside this landscape. So we can go back to landscape. I want to move this road a little bit up. To do this, you can select the control points by clicking on this. This will select all the control points, this spline. There is an option, mesh vertical offset. I'm going to increase to 10. Okay. Now see this looking good. And here there is an issue, so I can select this and I just want to move a little bit. Yeah, you can see here. Now You can check out this by playing. Go back to selection, right click and play from here. Nice. Looking good. And you can see here we have a issue here. This road I have to move a little bit outside. So you can go to the landscape, select this point. I'm going to move a little bit, and you see this mesh will update. Nice. At the same time, I want to move this spline a little bit down. Okay. Slightly I want to move. Now I want to check. Right click and play from here. You can see the it's perfect. I have an issue here, so that I have to fix it. So go to landscape, rotate. So now we have created this bridge along the road. Now I want to create guardrail for the road, so that the car should not fall down this area, because later on I'm going to create waters. The car should not fall on this side, so I'm going to create guardrail.